Mr. Ramakrishnan, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us on CNBC TV 18. Well, that was going to be my question. What has led to the stress this time around? Which are the problem areas for the bank right now?
Yeah, as you can see, the total slippage which has happened in the Q1 is 879 crores. And if you look at the breakup of that, it's come predominantly from MSME, SME segment and retail. Actually, COVID-2, which had its big impact in the month of April and May, I think the segment which seemed to have got worst affected is the MSME, SME and retail segment. So that's the one which is out of 879, almost 640 crores are from MSME and retail segments.
Mr. Ramakrishnan, could you tell us, what is the visibility in terms of recovery from these accounts? Are these, temporary issues, problems these entities are facing in repayment, which should be resolved? I mean, what should we expect from these accounts?
Actually, what we are witnessing is that compared to April and May, June looks little better, and we believe that with the lockdown situation becoming a little better, particularly in the southern states, etc., we hope that recovery and collection will start improving in the subsequent quarter, and hopefully, if things become far better, then H2 should be much better than H1. What we are also witnessing is that even the recovery in terms of recovery from the NPA accounts, etc., where the business model got impacted due to the COVID-2 situation, I think should look up as we see going forward. So we should be able to see some recovery happening there also. So overall, I believe that with the market, with the economy becoming a little better than what it is now, we believe that subsequent quarters will definitely see a far better improvement than what we are seeing.
Mr. Ramakrishnan, the 650 odd crores that you mentioned, is there one large account, a couple of very large accounts, or is this distributed into very small borrowers?
No, this is MSME and retail. So these are all very, very granular accounts. I'm talking only about the 650 coming from MSME and retail. So
which out of the 650, which would be the largest single account? I mean, just to give a sense of size or scale.
Our MSME, SME average ticket size is about 50-60 lakhs.
Okay.
So it's very, very granular.
Okay, all right. So can you give us a sense of your loan growth as well? That was tepid this time around. Are you being cautious, or is the demand just generally low? And has it improved further in July?
Yeah, what we have been trying to do in line with the strategy which I had articulated, we have actually completely revamped our asset businesses as well as our distribution network. So what we have done over the last 6 to 9 months is completely revamping the way we have organized ourselves. Now we have retail asset verticals with each business line being headed by a business head with a structure below that, and the entire distribution channel being available for sourcing retail from the respective geographies through an asset desk, which will then flow into the vertical. So the period we have actually used for doing a complete restructuring of the way we have organized ourselves, because the earlier model, everything was being done from the branch, and as you know, with the typical firefighting happening in the branches, people may not have time to really go and source good quality deals. Whereas the model which we have now put in place is proactively we can source good quality deals in the market, and through our partners as well as through our own branch managers and cluster heads having business targets as part of the KRA, we'll be seeking a lot of quality deals from the market. So this would definitely see traction happening. As I'm talking to you, we have already started seeing traction happening the second half of June, and July looks far better than June. April and May were clear washout because of the COVID-2 situation, and the entire structural change and the people actually taking up positions, all that got done by May end. So we are currently at a stage where we will be starting to see the benefits of this way we have restructured ourselves, and with that I am hoping that with market supporting us and with a little bit of COVID-2 waning down, and with the differential lockdowns not happening, etc., we believe that we will be poised for growth. But as having said that, I think what we are trying to do in the corporate, where we have already reduced our lumpiness, we are now churning our corporate portfolio. So incremental book which gets added in the corporate are of better rated category. Most of them are A and above kind of category. As far as SME and retail is concerned, what we are trying to do is we have developed credit models, and we are using independent developed credit models for better credit underwriting. So I believe that the incremental book which you have started adding from last October, it's a very, very good quality. And I believe that with the way now structure in place and with the way market hopefully will be supportive, we believe that we'll be growing our asset book reasonably well. But what we are witnessing in sort of degrowth is that many of the corporates are paying back, deleveraging themselves, and the limits are not getting used, etc. That's also leading to a little bit of degrowth. Plus, of course, the regular repayment of term loan, etc. is happening. And of course, the regular slippages which happen, that also leads to overall degrowth.
So, sir, this restructuring that you're talking about, getting on better quality clients, better corporate clients, what would it mean for your loan growth in FY22? And would it also mean that gross NPA would improve in this particular year? And what is the outlook generally for the business then in this financial year?
Yeah, what we are clearly focusing on is we want to grow through a quality credit. Say the strategic intent which I articulated is profitability through quality credit. So therefore, what the bank has been suffering in the past years is due to lumpiness and due to quality of the book, issue on the quality of the book. So while growth at this juncture may not be the best things to do because you don't actually find good quality credit deals in the market. I mean, as we know that the COVID situation has impacted SMEs to a very large extent, and almost 70-80% of the SMEs have posted losses in the year which just ended. So given that, I think we'll be very selective because we don't have too much of room to keep adding any more delinquent book to our portfolio. They will be extremely choosy about what we want to onboard, and we'll also price the risk accordingly. Having said that, we will continue to manage the existing portfolio where I've been doing weekly reviews of collection and recovery, etc., which is leading, which is also helping us to do much better recovery as well as upgrade. In fact, we have seen in Q1, it's one of the best quarters we have had in the last several quarters. So in terms of both upgrade and recovery, I think with the efforts continuing to be put over there, we'll be able to manage. And of course, we'll continuously look for good quality assets, and hopefully with the retail and SME, with retail and corporate, good quality corporate picking up, we'll be able to compensate for the degrowth which is happening by way of repayment and other things.